What's up, bosses? Welcome to About Her Business, the podcast where we leave all the gossip at the door and get straight down to business. I'm your host, Jonte, and today we have the outlaw psychic herself, Miss Melissa McCarty. Now, Miss McCarthy's work is more than just a business; it's a deep calling rooted in deep ancestral work, and she's here today to help us align on what she means business. So, ladies, grab those cups and those notepads, and let's get down to it. The meeting is now in session. Welcome, Miss McCarthy.
Thank you.
Are you ready to get into it?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Perfect. Now, your work is clearly not just a business, it's considered a calling. What
Mhm.
when did you first realize this path was more than just a job for you?
Basically, when my ancestors sat me down at age 21 for spirit, when things were hopping and a popping and getting really hot with my ability, and said, "You're going to be a shaman."
Oh, wow.
Okay. I thought they were smoking something. I was like, "Oh, yeah, well, balls in y'all's court. You want it. You make it happen." Well, here we are. Age 49. They just one day, they just up and took the wheels off, train wheels off, and away I went.
And so were these like grandparents, uncles, aunts?
Yeah, basically, my 16th great grandparents were shamans themselves. And I know because I have the paperwork record. And apparently, someone in my family wrote it down somewhere along the way. And I have the record of it. And so they said, "You're going to follow in our moccasin steps." I go, "Well, you want it. You make it happen." Well, here we are.
Mhm. Wow. And that's a very important key to always remember. Knowing our family history can help us in the future with finding our own purposes. So, describe yourself as someone that moves at 70 miles per hour. How has that intensity shaped the way you build and lead your businesses?
Well, basically, I get everything done very quickly and I'm very efficient.
I love it. I love it. And you carry a deep connection to ancestry, history, and the old West. How does honoring your lineage influence your personal brand and the way you show up professionally?
It makes me stronger. It basically makes my message a lot stronger. And, they help me with various things. And I absolutely love it.
I love it. So you're the proud owner of two businesses, Outlaw Life Psychic Enterprises LLC and Golden West Paranormal. How did you turn a deeply personal gift into a structured, sustainable business?
I basically decided I'm going to just go for it and I'm going to introduce what I do to the world. And I'm not going to let anyone hold me down or stop me because everything and everyone in life has tried. And, well, I'm still
Okay.
here.
I love it. So could you tell us exactly what Outlaws Life Psychic Enterprises LLC and Golden West Paranormal are and what exactly do they do?
Basically, Outlaw Life Psychic Enterprises LLC comprises my psychic medium, shaman, author, actress, genealogist, and media work all under one roof. And Golden West Paranormal is I'm my own paranormal team. I'm the psychic medium, researcher, author, genealogist, camera person, communicator. I mean, I wear all the hats. Both ones, I wear all the hats.
Do you have anybody on your team currently?
Nope, just me.
So you hear that, ladies? We women, we can carry all the hats ourselves and still be successful out there. Now, let's get into the psychic field for a second. You've spent more than 4 decades in the psychic field. What lessons about trust, integrity, and boundaries have been most critical to you in your longevity?
Basically, as far as boundaries go, not letting anyone stop me, not letting anyone keep me down, not letting anyone tell me, "Well, you can't because of this or you can't because of that." Well,
Mm,
no, yes, I can. No
absolutely.
matter what you tell me I can't, yes, I can.
Mhm,
On everything else, I just say, "Well, don't like it? Eh, okay.
mhm.
Tough. Right. Get over it."
I love that unapologetic you attitude. It literally is. I believe the mindset you have to carry as an entrepreneur to make that first step into becoming an entrepreneur. So again, thank you for sharing that with our audience.
Mhm.
Now, speaking of entrepreneurs, many struggle with blending sensitivity and strength. You speak openly about having a soft heart and a fierce protector side. How do you balance it in business?
Well, basically, the way I balance that is that, on one end, I can be strong for my client.
Mhm,
But at the same time, if they need me to be soft, I can do that.
mhm,
I'm an auntie. I've got, little nieces, nephews, cousins, and, to me, it's like I'm a mom. I'm a mom energy. I'm maternal energy. So I carry that forward really very much into my business.
yes, ma'am. I love it. And you've spoke about living with CPTSD, and that in itself brings its own unique challenges. How have you learned to build a business that accommodates your needs rather than working against?
Well, basically, it's that, I found some products via a company called Herb Farm, PHARM,
Mhm,
and their tinctures and medications, herbal medications, I might add,
mhm,
really, really saved my life because then I can take that and, I feel a sense of calm. I don't worry about the things that give me anxiety. It
mhm.
curbs anxiety, makes me calm, and I can put my best face forward.
And is this medically approved types of medication?
No, it's over the counter.
Okay, perfect. So you have to go and get a doctor's approval, or could you just walk
No,
in?
mm-mm.
Y'all, there's another tip for those out there that may be struggling with CPTSD. So again, Miss McCarthy, thank you for being vulnerable with us in that moment and sharing your story with us.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, if it can help somebody else overcome what they're dealing with,
Mhm,
then so much the better.
absolutely. So let's go back and talk about your work for a moment.
Mhm.
Your work spans into psychic mediumship, genealogy, paranormal investigation, and media. How do you decide to focus your energy without burning yourself out?
I really just combine them in a sense because I feel like all of them work hand in hand together.
Mhm. Is there do you ever feel like you're carrying too much energy, or how does that actually work?
It depends on where my energy is day by day. So I just kind of gauge it by what I feel like I can do
Mm.
on any given day.
You've created experiences like the Hacienda and Holiday Hacienda light show. What draws you to immersive community center projects?
Well, basically, it allows me to connect with my community. It allows me to connect with others. And I know that they absolutely love what I do. A lot of fun.
Yes, ma'am. And can you just give us a little bit of detail on exactly what happens at these different projects that you do?
Basically, that I essentially introduce myself, my business. I show my creativity through like the baking projects I do and, through all the light that, I put together for the entire event.
Awesome. Your credibility and accuracy, it matters deeply in your industry.
Mhm.
How do you maintain professionalism and trust in a field that's quite often misunderstood?
Basically, I let them know that I have at least 90% accuracy, give take, sometimes more, sometimes less.
Mhm,
No psychic medium is ever, ever, ever going to be 100%. Never, ever. That just does not happen. We're human too. We have our own, you know, frailties and faults, like anyone else. We're human. So, sometimes we get a wrong signal from spirit. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we misread something. It happens. It's
mhm,
not the end of the world. So that's how I really handle it. And I let my clients know flat out, I may not always be correct. So
mhm.
don't ever expect, or any psychic, it doesn't matter who it is, ever be 100% correct.
And again, thank you for sharing that with our audience because quite often when think about this industry, do think that the professionals that are in it are always 100% accurate. So thank you for breaking that down to our audience on exactly how that works. I truly appreciate.
Mhm.
Now, you have a very strong vision of a future farm and ranch as a refuge. How
Mhm.
do big personal dreams influence you?
Well, basically, it gives me something to go for. It
Mm,
gives me something to be strong for, and it gives me something to say, "Okay, I can work toward this goal."
I love it.
I've already found my dream place, so I know how much it's gonna cost me, and I know where it is, and I know how I wanna get there.
So, a little fun fact about myself, I also have owned a future farm and ranch. So, I thought that was very unique. And how does that influence your long-term strategy for your business today?
Well, basically, this is like my retirement plan, I guess you could call it. And it's something I've wanted since I was 12 years old, and it's a promise I made to a loved one graveside long, long ago.
And we only have a few more questions left for you, Miss McCarthy.
Okay.
So, I want you to come over and talk as a woman entrepreneur for a second. And you're in a
Okay.
very non-traditional, very often stigmatized industry. Misconceptions have you had to overcome?
I've been called everything from liar to fraud to phony to fake to charlatan to bitch to other really derogatory things. And I've had to overcome all that and show them it's like, no, I'm none of what you called me. You're just projecting your stuff onto me. Don't
Mm,
do that.
I love it. Once again, unapologetically being yourself and just standing firm in what you know you believe as your purpose. It can literally change and shift your life in ways that you can't even imagine.
Mhm,
Now, let's talk about your upcoming book.
mhm.
It blends personal history with professional experience. What do you hope readers, especially women like myself, take away from it?
Well, basically, what I hope you'll take away from it is that, you know, you can be you, show who you really are. Don't apologize. Tell everyone else. Stick your middle finger in their faces if you have to.
I
I
love
do,
it.
and I don't
Uh,
care.
The unapologetically you it is on fire right now, y'all. So again, I want you to tell our audience the name of the book and when it will be released and where we can find it.
Okay, it will be Paranormal Life of a Modern Day Outlaw Psychic, and it will be out, I'm hoping, late this year because of some studies I'm still doing and having to write some final things in and organize everything, get it put back together again, and I'm hoping it'll be out on Amazon Kindle by maybe the end of the year,
Perfect.
depending on how my health is.
Perfect. And again, you guys, if it's not released by the time this episode is released, just know that we will be keeping in touch with Miss McCarthy so we can get that information out to you guys when it is finally released. Now, we've sadly reached our last question, and we always like to leave with a legacy here at About Her Business. For the women who are listening right now who feel different, misunderstood, maybe even feel outlawed in their own personal way, what would you want them to know about building their life and business on their own terms?
Stay strong, just keep doing it. Keep plugging, keep going. Don't worry about what anyone else has to say. Don't let anyone down you. Anyone who does is just projecting. They
I,
can't do it, you know. Don't worry about them.
I love it. And sadly, you guys, our time has come to an end today. But before we leave, we want to make sure that we get all of Miss McCarthy's information. So, Miss McCarthy, let us know how can we find the book again? How can we sign up for your sessions? Let us know.
Okay, it is https:// OLPS as in Samuel, YEN as in Nancy, T as in Thomas, .net, and it will be Kindle Amazon.
Perfect. And we will be leaving all that information down below. And you guys, again, please be on the lookout for Miss McCarthy's book that is releasing later on this year. Any last words before we adjourn today's meeting, Miss McCarthy? Thank you.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for being here. With that, ladies, the meeting is now adjourned. Thanks again to Melissa McCarthy, the Outlaw Psychic, for coming on and offering all her amazing insights. Be sure to subscribe to About Her Business wherever you receive podcasts so you never miss an upload. Also, leave me some comments down in that comment section or which industry you think I should interview next. Until next time, keep those goals tight, that circle tighter, and that bank account growing.